Hello, Melissa. You opened with an insult and a label. You never gave one fact. You never offered one source. You went straight for my character. That tells me I hit a nerve. When someone has a strong argument, they stay on point. When someone has a weak argument, they reach for name-calling and noise, LOL. You stated that I support an adulterous, grifting pedophile. That is a bold charge. You gave no evidence. You did not quote a document. You did not reference a case. You did not cite an investigation. A serious claim needs a serious foundation. You gave none. Yet the facts show that liberals like destroying the bodies of children that they have groomed and call it inclusive. They like killing babies and calling themselves pro-choice. This shows your lack of accountability. You accuse, then expect the accusation to stand on its own. That is not an honest debate. That is not journalism. That is performance. You brought up your nose ring. I really hit a nerve there. So, you decided to shift attention away from your failure to support your earlier claims. You used a distraction instead of addressing the weakness in your argument. You then claimed my work seems to be AI. Again, you gave no clear evidence. You posted a generic outline that could apply to thousands of writers. You mistook structure for automation. Clean writing is not proof of AI. Order is not proof of deception. Logic is not proof of fraud. If your standard is organized writing equals AI, then every editor, every scholar, and every trained writer is now suspect. That is not a real argument. That is another attempt to dodge the fact that you never proved your opening claim. You said a detection tool gave a probability. A probability is not a fact. Those tools often misread disciplined writing. They misread biblical writing. They misread legal writing. They misread structured political writing. They misread whole books. You leaned on the tool because you did not want to answer the substance. If my ideas were wrong, you would address the ideas. Instead, you attacked the medium. That reveals more about your position than mine. You accused me of using predictable language, repeating the exact phrases in your circle every day. You used the same terms, tone, and pattern. You claimed I lacked a personal voice while using a script that attacks Christians, conservatives, and writers who do not share your worldview. That is fine. You have a right to your view. But it does not give weight to your argument. What gives weight is evidence. You brought none. This was not about your nose ring. This was not about AI. This was not about my writing style. This was about challenging something you believe. You responded by shifting the goalposts, stacking insults, and hiding behind a tool. I stay with the facts. You did not. That is why the weakness of your argument stands out. If my ideas were empty, you would have brushed them off. If my position were false, you would have corrected me. Instead, you launched a long personal attack on everything except the point. That tells me the original statement struck home. You felt it, and you responded emotionally, rather than with evidence. I write my content. You wrote a reaction. You dismissed structure because it made you uncomfortable. You dismissed clarity because it didn't fit your style. You dismissed the message because you could not answer it. That is not accountability. That is avoidance. Stop hiding behind your words. Come out and see the real world. Thanks for watching. Please share, like, and follow for more.